Moraliz. Okay, so yeah, Miles Morales is he was the Spider-Man that took over after Peter got killed a couple years ago, or 2 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't read the comics, so my knowledge is limited. I find out stuff as it happens and things. I don't have enough money to read or time to read comics, but one day I will. And I think that was attached to the whole storyline where Dr. Octopus took over Peter's body, and then Peter died, and then Dr. Ock died, and then Miles became Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And Miles is different. He's a little like 14-year-old Spanish, half black or something like that.
Sure.
And he has different powers and stuff as Spider-Man. So it's like it was interesting. It was something good that they should do to the series.
Can you use that stick of yours to just break his kneecaps?
This is the most bullshit race ever, too.
He literally just said, he's like, well, I'm literally gonna just go ahead and steal your girl.
Basically.
Well, that was fast. Oh, lol.
The terrible jumping in this game.
You failed.
It's over.
So does it restart?
Nope.
Oh, so he steals your girl.
He gets to name the ship, he becomes the captain, and then technically he steals the girl.
Well, what would happen if you didn't lose?
You get to name the ship.
And? You get to be the captain?
Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't really
You get
matter.
the girl?
You'll find out. It doesn't really matter.
No, I'm confused. Like, he kicked your ass this early in the game. Like, you should restart. Oh my god. That's embarrassing.
0 to 1.
He should kill himself.
So now the name of the raft's Highway. It's not Moraliz anymore.
Oh, he looked like a child there. It's sad.
He is
Dude,
sad.
you need to go back to your original save. Like, you failed.
I don't think I've saved it yet. I don't need to race you again. Screw you.
Anyway, so here's the thing.
So yeah, I want not Peter to not be in the movie. Maybe if even they should have Peter at the beginning and have him die and hand it to Miles in the Spider-Man movie.
Word.
Or maybe they can have Peter, because Spider-Man's not gonna be the first one he appears in. He's gonna appear in either Civil War or Avengers, or no. Maybe Civil War. I hope it is Civil War. So Peter could be in Civil War, but then in the beginning of the actual Spider-Man movie, they should kill him and give it to Miles and make him the Spider-Man.
I agree with what you said. We've seen Peter's story over and over and over again. My problem is he's so much more of like a comical kid than any of the other heroes. Like, he's a hero for what he does, not for who he is. I guess I could say that. Like,
what the fuck is the other mushroom?
He just seems to me like, oh, Peter's antics again versus like Captain America. You know that guy's gonna save the world no matter what.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I
love the Spider-Man movies.
That's what I thought.
Like, especially Amazing. Like, Amazing blew me away. I wasn't expecting what they were gonna do with a reboot, and they really pulled it off, which was surprising from Sony. But I know Marvel's gonna do great things with Spider-Man. I fear for the fatigue of Spider-Man itself.
Sure.
Because obviously we're a little bit special. Like, most people do not know anything about what's going on. That Spider-Man is now going to be through Marvel. Sony still has its rights and stuff, but Marvel's going to be doing the movies, and it's going to be part of this MCU thing. Most people don't even know that Spider-Man's not part of the MCU right now.
Why? Because
it's just a superhero movie. They think they're all together. They don't know the difference.
So wait a minute, Batman's not part of Marvel?
Why is Batman not in Avengers?
Wow, they're even younger now.
Yeah, it's a little flashback scene.
That's cute. How can they not be love interests?
I know, right? It's so obvious. They're drawing pictures of each other's faces in rock.
So I'm gonna beat it? Are you beating it?
Nah, he's drawing more stuff.
Oh.
He's drawing... He's gonna give her the power for it.
So... Oh.
By punching in the face.
Let me understand this. So, do they age?
Yes, they age.
So, in Kingdom Hearts 2, how old are they?
It's 1 year later, so...
In 3?
We don't know yet. I'm sure they'll be a bit older. I think in... Gonna blow your mind real quick, but I think in Kingdom Hearts 3D they are a little bit older than they are in 2. Kingdom Hearts 3D is the 3DS game. That one you can't play on PS3. Right now on PS3 you can play or at least experience every game except for that one. I think.
I'm trying to think of other games that have been remade this mercilessly.
Mercilessly?
Probably like Mario. Any Mario game. Any Super Mario games. Yeah.
They don't get remade, they get re-released.
Yeah. I still stand. I mean, like, I think we had this discussion like a couple weeks ago. But like, Nintendo's like, here's our 6 IPs. We're gonna play these 6 games.
We're
every
gonna run
time.
them into the ground. Every console comes out, you're gonna be able to buy these games again.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nintendo, have you heard about the whole content like YouTube thing that's going on right now?
I've heard that copyright. What am I trying to say? I've heard that copyright studios are being pretty aggressive with like game replays and game discussions.
That has always been the case somewhat, but they never were like every company is different. They all kind of have different levels of what they'll do about it. Most companies, especially smaller ones, don't care. Like they know that Let's Plays and stuff are good for them, that it sells them more games than it harms in any way. So they're usually fine with it. But the whole thing with Nintendo right now, and I'm not like 100% clear on all the particulars and stuff because I haven't read through it all yet. But the idea is that any game, like Let's Play game that you do, that is a Nintendo game, they are going to like they want you to submit it to them so they can approve it. And then when they approve it, you can post it live on your YouTube page and stuff, your website, and then they get a 30 or 40% cut of any revenue that comes out of that video.
Now,
so and then the big thing about it is that when you submit your video, they said it would be a 1-day turnaround, which already is like too much. Like if these guys are like these people that do these videos for a living and like get revenue from them like that, they make the video, they finish it, they need to get it live because they have schedules stuff they keep. And Nintendo says it's going to take a 1-day turnaround. Most of the time it's not. It's taking much longer. Oh, I didn't get the train away. I knew I needed it too. I just fucked up. And of course they weren't expecting like, which they should have expected, but they weren't expecting the amount of videos that they would have to review. So they probably had this small department, like just one guy per ship or something, trying to review these videos, and they have probably thousands of videos coming in.
What do you even need to review?
An hour. Well, the main thing is they have a list of games that you're supposed to play, and it's only like 30 games long. It's ridiculous.
For someone who was a dyed-in-the-wool gamer from 13 to 18, and then got too busy with life to really keep in the culture, Nintendo seemed to be printing money with the Wii.
And they were, to a point.
And now what? Are they in financial straits? Are they still profitable? Like, what's the deal with it?
Again, I don't know, like, particulars. I don't look up, like, you know, sales reports and stuff. But I do, like, follow sort of the basic what's going on and what sentiments are with people. And I know that Nintendo cannot be doing well. The Wii U is not, like, a strong console.
Well, every console release, it's like it costs more money than they make.
Yes,
for the first, like 3 or 4
it's all
years.
about software.
Yeah,
and the thing about the Wii is that, did you know that Wii Sports is the highest selling game of all time?
For what?
Wii Sports for Wii, the one that comes with the Wii.
Highest selling game of all time.
It's technically the highest selling game of all time.
For what?
Number of units.
All consoles? Or
yeah.
Just, what?
Do you know why? Because it comes with the Wii.
Because they're not counting Angry Birds?
Well, yeah, probably. That's a download, it's not a physical game. But, because it comes with the console.
Wow.
So, they sold more consoles than any one game, obviously.
Sure.
But, that's the thing, is that they marketed the Wii perfectly. They made it for exactly what they wanted it to be and what it needed to be for Nintendo to get back on top. Because Nintendo's been down since the PlayStation came out. Like, 64 can't hold up to PlayStation 1. And the GameCube couldn't hold up to PlayStation 2 or Xbox. Like, I mean, I think the GameCube was a better console than the Xbox, but sales mean something, you know? Halo killed. Halo sold probably better than any GameCube game that there was, except for maybe Smash Brothers Melee. So, the Wii is exactly what Nintendo needed. Now, this is also dividing out portables. Nintendo's always killed on portables, and they probably always will. But in consoles, they haven't been able to keep up since Sony entered the game. And it only got worse when Microsoft entered, too. The Wii helped them, and it definitely brought them back to where they were safe. And they're still probably living off that Wii money, but they really misstepped with the Wii U. And I enjoy the Wii U. I have one, and I enjoy playing it for the 3 games I actually play on it. But when the majority of your market that bought the Wii, which is not people like us, don't understand what the Wii U is, or that it exists, or that it's a new console, that's a problem. And they also have no incentive to upgrade, because they are completely satisfied with what they have with the Wii, which is to play Wii Sports and to play games like Wii Sports that are really simple and fun to play with your family. Because it's a family console, old people, it's, you know, in retirement homes have Wiis, like, you've
done a really good job of educating me on the fact that, like, we actually do know volumes more about this industry and the way things work than the average person. Like, it's very, very hard for me to, like, disassociate myself from all this background knowledge that I have. Because, like, literally, to me, I know the Apple Watch is going to come out.
It's going to blow people's minds.
At the end of February, beginning of March.
Nobody knows it's coming.
That's the next release date. I know that the next MacBook Pro or MacBook Air is going to be a total redesign. It's going to have the 12-inch screen. Like, these are things where I'm just like, okay, I'm going to wait.
Do you think they're getting rid of all the ports and stuff, aren't they? Isn't that the rumor?
That's one of the rumors, yeah.
It's going to be completely, like, flat.
Just be, like, USB... Yeah. What is it, 3.1? 3.2, I think?
3.2.
Yeah. Super excited about that.
Anyway.
But the point is, like, for example, I didn't buy an iPad until the iPad Air 2. Because I was like, okay, I saw the first iPad, and I was like, I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I know where this is going to go. I'm going to buy an Apple Watch, even though I know, literally, 2 or 3 years from now, it's going to be half the size. Like, one half the size is
half the size and 5 times better.
But I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
And it's just very weird for me to think that somebody might walk into an Apple store, not think about buying that, and be like, oh, that's nice, I think I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Like, that almost hurts my brain to think about. Like, for example, another one. I have a Canon T1i that I bought in 2009.
Yep.
And I was desperately waiting for the Canon 7D Mark II. The 7D came out in 2011. And I was like, I want this immediately. But I was like, I'll just wait for the next one. I just bought a new camera. So then I had to wait, like, literally 5 years for this thing to come out. But then I saw what the 7D's specs were, and I was like, okay, this isn't so good that I want to spend an additional $1,000 on it. So I realized that the Canon 70D, which hasn't even been announced, but is the next logical step for that generation, is going to be, $999. It's going to have 80% of the technology of the 7D Mark II, and that's going to be the price point and sweet spot for me. But everybody else is like, I need a new camera. And it hurts me.
Yeah, the majority of people just go for what's newest, and it's crazy. Like, they don't have the mindset to look at what's around it. I don't know if I'm actually going to get there because I'm too much of an enthusiast, and, like, I want the newest thing. But it would be so much smarter to be one gen behind on everything. Because you would save so much money.
Well, I've applied that logic to video games, for sure. I mean, literally, people are getting games day one for $60 that I get for $10 used on Amazon.
Like a year later,
Because literally, the games I'm playing right now, Halo 1 Combat Evolved Anniversary,
right.
Halo 3 ODST, Halo Wars, and I don't use those as like how you typify me as a gamer. I just really love the Halo universe. But like, those are the games I'm playing. They're like $5 used. Right? Like, if you watch the price charts, which is a really cool tool, there's plenty of them out there. The best one I use is called Camel, and it just automatically charts pricing for you over Amazon.
That's cool.
And notifies you when it hits the desired price that you want.
I should do that.
You can literally see that within 60 days, most video games lose almost half their value. And that's silly.
Yep, most games. Most games that aren't, like, first-party Nintendo.
Yeah.
Actually, that's probably about it. First-party Nintendo, they never lose their
First-party
value.
Nintendo
Fucking
and then AAA.
Pokemon games that came out 10 years ago are still $40.
Dude, Pokemon Silver, Soul Silver for the Nintendo DS, $129.
Really?
Yeah, on Amazon.
My God,
which is
that's
possible
insane.
because it's not being made anymore,
Yeah,
potentially.
that's probably why.
It's really expensive.
I've heard, I have the metal box copy of Metroid Prime Trilogy for Wii, and I've heard that's incredibly rare now, and it's actually worth a lot of money. I'm not going to get rid of it because I actually love that game. I want to play it, but I've heard just because that metal box had that first edition, like they have a player's like choice edition now that's like a normal box or whatever. Like, I can't do
Is he dreaming?
Nope, this is real.
They can't attack you and you can't attack them.
No, they can, I think. Will they attack me? Yep, they'll attack me. They're just slow about it because they know it's programmed to know that I can't. So now there's a door. Were you paying any attention
Better
during
go
the whole,
find Riku
the
first.
whole gummy ship thing that just happened?
Let me try to narrate what I just saw by accident.